Hi, my name is Gio, and I would like to talk to you about something that I just experienced today, which shifted my reality quite a lot. Have you ever experienced yourself like judging people, and immediately when you see somebody you just make this whole idea of who they are, why you like them, why you don't like them, what makes them special, what makes them nerdy, what makes them ugly, what makes them beautiful, and there's like this whole world already completely created in just a few seconds of meeting somebody. Today I went to WholeFoods and I was sitting there and eating my meal, and this man passed by, and I looked at him a few times as he was passing by, and he noticed that I was looking at him, and so when he was coming back, he decided to sit beside me. I'm in San Francisco, by the way, and um, he had this like kind of weird look, kind of somewhere in between homeless and a sporty, but he had these kind eyes. Yeah. Hi. He had these kind eyes, and I just watched him sit beside me, and he said hi. There was another man sitting close to me, and we didn't interact, but this guy started talking to me, and he was like, "How are you doing?" And I'm good. "How are you?" And he's like, "Well, kind of alive, I guess." And so I asked him, like, "Is that good or bad?" And he said, "Well, I don't know. I It's tough to say sometimes. Like, I don't know why things are the way they are." And immediately I had all these perceptions in my mind, like, oh, I'm talking to this weird guy, I don't know him, there's like other people around, these people look like I don't know, I feel weird just starting a conversation with this guy, what if he's homeless, what will other people think of me, like all these things started playing. And I just asked him, like, okay, and why don't you know what it's like to be alive, like what do you mean? And he said, well, yeah, there's a lot of things happening, like friends, family members dying, a lot of crazy shit going on. And so I saw that there was a lot of emotion in his eyes, and so I asked him, like, so did somebody close to you pass away? And he said that his dad just died recently, and he was from the military, and his dad was really tough, and he was already pretty crazy. And so he just shared this whole story, and we talked like for maybe half an hour, and he shared so much with me about what he's going on and how he was in the Navy and how much he has seen and how much it scarred him, and how his dad was treating him when he was a child, and how he's trying to compensate for that, and how he was an alcoholic, and then by seeing his dad going so deep into misery, he decided to get rid of alcohol, and so he's been sober, but now he's dating this girl, and she's totally like crazy, and she is in such a mess, and she is drinking and using drugs, and she's basically living on the streets, and that he doesn't know what to do. He wants to help her, but she's also like dragging him into it. And so he shared all this stuff with me, and I just listened. And what happened afterwards, as we said goodbye, and he was really thankful for having that time, or somebody listening to him. What happened afterwards is something that has been happening often to me lately, which is I was walking on the streets, and suddenly I started seeing every single person as a child. And I started seeing all these people who are wearing these masks, and that those masks are completely the result of everything that has happened to them in their life. And suddenly, I could see through those masks that we're wearing every day, and I started seeing everybody as these little kids. Some of them like really happy and joyful, and others really suffering and not receiving the love and not receiving the care, and having had such traumatic experiences that now they have to overcompensate with arrogance or with big ego or with a lot of money, or maybe they're super afraid of looking at somebody in the eyes, or maybe they're angry and they're screaming, or maybe they're homeless and they're using drugs, or maybe everything that I saw on the streets. All these people, I was looking at them and I was imagining them as these little kids that went through so much, and now they became who they are now. And so somehow I was not afraid anymore at looking at them. I did not take things personally if somebody looked at me with this weird look. And suddenly I was not afraid of loving them, and I could just love everybody, because I saw that it's not their fault. And that made me really, like, very deeply touched, sad, and really sad, and at the same time somehow really open and warm-hearted and thankful to see people in this way, instead of immediately judging them and finding reasons why I should like them or why I should avoid them. Instead, just seeing them as equally worthy of love, and seeing them as either a joyful, blissful representation, like expression of love, or as somebody who is in a very needy and like in a very deep longing for that love. And suddenly everything became about love. And this is what I want to share with you today. And thank you for being love.